Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to welcome back Leigh Madsen, the Executive Director of the Ashland Community Resource Center. Leigh, good to see you. How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Of course, thanks for coming back. So you guys are refocusing your services. Give us a little background, give our viewers, in case they don't know anything about you guys, what you're doing and how that's changed.
So what we're doing, we're established to serve a low-income and homeless population in the city of Ashland. We initially set up to do the social services to make sure that people were able to get jobs, find housing. That also incorporates IDs, all kinds of things. We went into this beautiful location over in Ashland, and we had a big, beautiful building. And somebody came after we'd been there for a couple months and said, you know, there's a lot of food available. And we hadn't planned to do food, but it's easy, and if it's able and people want it, so we started serving food. We attracted up to 50 people a day for food. There's a lot of clothing available, and somebody said, I can distribute the clothing, and we had a great space for it. And I said, if I don't have to manage that, that's a great idea. We were giving away up to $7,000 worth of clothing based on Goodwill prices.
Wow.
What happens, though, is that when you bring food and you bring clothing in, you bring large numbers of people. We had up to 50 people, most of them homeless, coming there on a daily basis. That's not what my neighbors wanted to see in my space, quite honestly. It was disruptive for the neighborhood, and what happened really is now our staff is busy sorting clothing, delivering clothing, working through the food, so we were still doing social services, but we had a little bit of a distraction. And so what we looked at is, let's go back to the real prime services. If we only are doing social services, if somebody comes in and we ask them, do you have a cell phone? Do you have an ID? Where are you trying to go? So now we're really focusing on the things that help people move forward. And by doing that, now our volunteers, when they come in, they know exactly what their job is going to be. So we're really clearly focused on what's the most important to allow people to become economically self-sufficient, to be able to move from poverty slowly and gradually up, finding employment, even getting their birth certificate or an ID first, moving in there, and then once that happens, we establish income, then they're eligible for housing. So to stay focused on the things that we started to do and really, really hone in on that. And one of the other things we're doing right now is really exciting. The state-of-the-art way to help people make positive decisions is called motivational interviewing. When I was introduced to it, I was told this book was a graduate level course. We're going to bring all of our volunteers into this level of education, so everybody is trained on the best way, not to make decisions for people, but to help people understand and think through the process and come up with decisions that they can then act on. And this helps people not only make good decisions, but make action plans.
So what is the status of the homeless community in Ashland? You're as plugged in as anybody. Are things better than they were maybe 2 years ago when you guys started?
I don't know that it's any better or worse. What I know right now is this last 2 weeks alone, we helped take 2 of the most chronically ill, chronically homeless people in Ashland off of the street. Both of these people we've been working with, one of them for over 2 years, one of them for nearly a year. And what happened is we'd done all the paperwork and we set the pieces in place, but without having a volunteer help that person. One of them got a voucher for a home, a rental. It's $600 a month. He went to a place that took his money and said no. He went to another place that took his money and said no. He was going to quit, but the volunteer that was helping him said, let's try one more place. Let's try one more place. Because the discouragement didn't discourage the volunteer, and she was able to hold on to that person, not telling him what to do, but encouraging, supporting him. They find a second chance landlord, and that person who's been homeless for 20 years, on the streets here in Ashland for 2 years, now today has an apartment.
Wow.
That couldn't have happened without that marriage. So by freeing up my volunteers, we're able to tie closer and
give them the attention they deserve.
The attention they deserve, and they need it. And part of the problem here is, you know, I can talk to you and I can talk to any of our reporters, and my conversation works, okay? For a homeless person or a person in poverty, every time they see a new face, there's a loss of help. So when I'm able to put a single volunteer with a family or an individual, and they work with that person time after time, it's a whole lot better than our own system where you'd come in and you'd see John on Friday and you'd see Mary on Thursday, and it's never consistent.
Follow-ups are in there, it's all part of the
It's
system.
already in there.
Excellent.
And it's consistent. And now people in poverty, really respond to that better, where you and I can talk to anybody in the bank or the store. So these things are really working well for us.
Excellent, excellent. So if we're running out of time, if people want to get in touch with you guys, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Call me on the telephone, 541-631-2235. I do have an email address. It's acrc@ccountry.net, not memorable. But the other thing you can do is, if you're coming through Ashland off of exit 14, go right over the little overpass, and when you see the Allstate Insurance sign on the left, I'm right next to the Allstate Insurance man.
Excellent.
1908 Ashland Street, Suite D.
Very good. Good to see you, man. Thanks very much for what you do. Appreciate it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.